back on. So for those that were joining me, my apologies. Again, this is Gypsy Roots Tarot Travel. My name is Victoria Violet, and I do have a lot of trolls that join the comments. Why? I have no idea, except that they probably have nothing better to do. And I'm noticing that, and it's not a slight on everyone. I'm just commenting as to where those comments are coming from. One, I've been noticing that they're coming from either Iran or people from Iran. The second one, it looks like they're Muslim or they're Pakistani. Whoever you are, you're not welcome here. And you ought to be glad that I can't see the comments afterwards, so that I don't have a way to block you, because YouTube has a way of just deleting all your comments. However, it does say right here, welcome to live chat. Remember to guard your privacy, but also to ensure that you are complying with the guidelines of YouTube, and you're not doing that. So that's why I will not be saying hello again. Just know that if you come on in, you're welcome here. If you're my subscribers, thank you so much for viewing me. If you're not my subscribers yet and you came and you enjoyed the reading, please do give a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing, and let's continue. Again, I have my Whispers of Love that I will be using in conjunction with the regular tarot. I do not have the box for this right now. However, whenever you view this is the proper and the right time for you to view this particular video. Let's begin. If I do have to clarify, I've already shuffled all three decks, so let's begin. Sorry, they just throw me off because they're just little rotten scoundrels that I know they wouldn't go tell their mother if they could see their jugs. And I'm going to keep an eye on who it is that's saying those things so I can report you. Okay, the first card we get is the World. So I'm always looking for a theme when it comes to readings that I do, and I am going to apologize ahead of time if the glare gets in the way, because I didn't realize the sun was going to be to my side. And so we have the World. Let's see what else is coming up. Wow, there is a choice that you will have to be making pretty soon. I'm not exactly sure why, but I'm going to make those two your themes for today. Okay? When I say themes, those are cards that I pick out, 1 to 2 cards I pick out to tell me what's going on with you. What is it the Spirit wants to tell you at this time? There's a Knight of Pentacles coming in. I'm not exactly sure why yet. You've been hard at work, Libra. There's something that you've been hard at work with, and I'm very happy to see that for you. Again, hello to all. I will not be reading the comments until we do have a moderator that can remove all those nasty comments from people that want to be ugly. But I do welcome you in if you're someone serious about tarot. Well, okay, so you got the Knight of Pentacles first. You got the 8 of Pentacles. So you've been hard at work, meaning real work. Now you have the Knight of Swords, along with the 6 of Cups. Okay? So how all of that comes into play with the World and the Lovers, I'm not exactly sure. I'm going to move my vehicle real quick, and that's because the sun is deciding to come in from the right side, and it's not only distracting, but it's in my face. Okay? All right. And this way there's no glare, hopefully. Okay, let's get back to the reading. So again, I'm not exactly sure how all of that ties into the World and the Lovers card yet, but we will find out soon enough, okay? Let's continue. So right now, what's confusing with what's already on the table is, what does money have to do with the past? Okay, what does money have to do with the past? I'm not exactly sure. All right, so there's 2 different themes coming out, possibly 3. Okay, so far what we have, again, for the people that just joined, is we have the Lovers card and we have the World. But then we have money situations on the table. And then we have the 6 of Cups. Okay? since I already had to start this video again from live due to the fact that it glitched and stopped, I'm not going to I'm not going to be answering anybody's anything. This is not a one-to-one reading, it's a general reading. And I'm already flustered because I'm not exactly happy from those weirdos that were on earlier. Nonetheless, you are welcome if you're serious about tarot. If you're not, then just please go away. I don't feel like listening to you, so I'm not going to give you the time of day. So the Emperor is coming in with the Six of Cups. Why? Let's take a look. Well, right now I can see that they're bored. Okay? Why are they bored? It looks like this particular person that's trying to come in as the Emperor is down on their luck, or they're feeling like their monies are not moving as quickly as they would like for them to move. In other words, you know how a river flows? It's like when a river flows normal and naturally, it just goes. You don't have to worry about anything. You don't have to wonder about what's happening. It just flows really well. But for some reason, I don't think that the money is flowing for this person very well right now. Why are they wanting to come towards you? You have the Six of Wands. Okay? But why money is concerned, why money is of concern, and coming out with the Emperor coming into your reading, I'm still not understanding. What I'm getting from all these cards, though, here's the Moon. We have a very emotional Emperor on our hands. That is not part of the Libra collective, meaning they could be a cross watcher, they could be an ex, they could be a boyfriend, a girlfriend, it could be a husband, a wife, but it's not specifically you. You're not the one experiencing shortages of money, feeling overwhelmed with the Moon, feeling like they want to come back with the Six of Wands and present with something to you, but they're feeling the Three of Wands. I want to do this, but for some reason their security is on their mind. So I'm going to leave it at that. Hopefully nothing else comes out, because it's really, it is part of the Libra collective in that it's your cross watcher most likely, or someone you know that you've dealt with in the past, but it's kind of discombobulated. The energy from that person is all over the place. What I get for you is your money is flowing. At first there's a trickle to it, and then you get the Eight of Coins, and then you get the Knight of Swords. So your finances are flowing, your finances are moving. Then you get the Sun here. The Sun is giving you very good financial energy right now, Libra. So if I were you, I don't say invest, because we're going through a series of, we already went through one retrograde, and now we're going through the next 6 retrogrades, okay? And I mentioned that in earlier videos, so I'm not going to go over that again. But just know that from August, which was Mercury retrograde, now we're going into a September retrograde, and it's going to last all the way through December, of series of retrogrades. So if you don't have to make major decisions, major adjustments to, let's say, investments, buying major purchases, etc., I wouldn't do it till after December, but the choice is yours, of course, because you are someone who has free will and autonomy. You can do whatever you want to do, okay? Just leave it at that. But it does look like the world is going to be offering you, with the World card, you are getting offered something. So because of that, you will have to be making a decision. I just said you will be having to make a decision. So love is coming in. Okay, again, it's a general reading. If you're already in a relationship, you're already in a marriage, then if you're not planning to get a divorce, I'm not talking to you. Okay, just to let you know. So for you, finances right now are flowing really well. Love is about to come in. What did I mention the last time? Hopefully that video posted, but I've been having a lot of problems with YouTube. Not the videos not posting, so that's why I'm coming live. So that's why I'm not really able to talk to you guys, because there's a lot of trolls in here that I don't want to deal with. I'm here to deliver a message, not to fight with trolls. And I had stated in that other video that by the end of August and early September, you would be getting a new love offer, a new love, not from the past, not from the past. This one is from the past, but that you would be getting a brand spanking new offer coming your way, Libra Collective, okay? So I was telling you, I was giving you an update and telling you that mine already happened for me, but that I wasn't necessarily thinking of accepting it or not. But the relevancy here is that for me, it already happened. I did meet somebody new and they're very nice. So I was wondering, update wise, excuse me, from my subscribers, if you wanted to share whether you had met someone new or not. But for now, I'm looking at the same themes coming true through these cards, is that they're trying to tell us that you have someone from the past that's thinking about you. They're having a lot of financial woes. They're having a lot of financial problems, which is not your problem. But I'm just saying that's what's coming out. And they're very confused, very conflicted about their future, about the security of their finances, and very emotional. And we'll leave it there. Meanwhile, another love is looking like it's coming. It looks like somebody you haven't met yet. Okay? Here we have the Two of Wands. Hope this is not for you. Here we have the Two of Wands. Okay? So I will tell you this. If you have the Two of Wands here, okay? You see him looking down because he's in thought. He's trying to think things through. But here you see what he's thinking about as well, or focused on, which is what? The Ten of Coins. So why am I mentioning this? Because Libra Collective is going through things of the mind right now. That's why you see that I'm thinking and I'm speaking. I'm thinking and I'm speaking because you're very pensive right now. Some of you are thinking and thinking about, okay, the past. If the person from the past shows up and comes towards you, how are you going to act? How are you going to react? Will you accept them back? Is it going to be the same problems that came from the last time and the last time and the last time? Or are they coming in different? And then you have a new love to consider as well. You have a new love. Should I take the new love? Well, will that work out better for me? Most likely it's going to work out better for you. And I can tell you why. You don't have all the issues from the past relationship where it didn't work, or it could have worked, but maybe the cross watcher just didn't decide to work things out with you, or didn't decide to work with you, or even work on themselves and their problematic ways that they brought to the relationship. However, I see a third questioning within the Libra's mind as a Libra Collective. Why don't I just not deal with anyone? What if I just don't even think about romance and just totally concentrate on myself and whatever my dreams, my hopes, my aspirations are, and just work on making my kingdom, building my kingdom, and getting my my change, my ching ching. Okay, well, that's all good and well, but here comes a cup here, another cup. And this one is the King of Cups. So I'm going to put it separate so we know who's who. I'm going to put them up there. So you do have a King of Cups coming towards you, Libra. And it's like I always tell you guys, that doesn't mean that it's a male. It's just a male or masculine energy that this person is going to carry. Very loving, caring, but wise in who they put or place their energy into. So you may see that characteristic in the new person that comes your way. Oh, wow. Now we feel tested now. So the Strength card is coming through to tell you this person that's coming in will test your resolve, will make you feel like, what do I do? Oh, wow. So you're coming out as the Empress. You're coming out as the Empress. And that's a good thing. That is a very good thing. But as the Empress, then you are somebody that's loving, giving, kind, motherly, filled with compassion. But I feel, from what I can hear intuitively, Spirit would like for you to turn that compassion and that loving motherly energy, or that kind of compassion, to yourself as well. Sometimes we're so busy giving away our energy, our love, our care to others, we forget to love ourselves. Okay? Three of Swords. Three of Swords. So again, what are you going to be choosing, Libra? There's so many things going on here. The Five of Swords. I think, honestly, I'm going to tell you that a lot of you are tired of the cross watcher coming through. This is the three here of Pentacles. Because I'm seeing that this old person wants back into your life. And they're not going to be satisfied when you say no. If you say no to them, they're not going to be happy about that, because you've never really said no before in the past. Let's just keep it real. But now that you're thinking more about yourself, your well-being, what's happening with my future, I'm going to focus on myself. It's not a happy feeling for them. But then again, doesn't that remind you of what they were doing to you? Thinking about themselves, thinking about their future, what was good for them. You were not even involved in any of that, were you? It was all about them, and it was all about the Benjamins. But now when it's all about you and it's all about your Benjamins, now it's not a happy place for them to be. And this is the clincher here. This is the takeaway. You're not doing any of this to spite them. You're just doing what you're doing in order to get you where you want to go, okay, and where you want to be. And my recommendation is stay there. Stay in the Empress status, whether you're male or female. Stay in the Empress status and collect those coins. Hell yeah. If you're, making out a new beginning for yourself, shown by the sun here, why not? Some of us don't have a selfish bone in our body, okay? But sometimes, if you want to have good self-esteem, if you want to esteem yourself, you have to have boundaries, and you have to love yourself too. You can't just keep putting everybody else before you, because that's not the way life works, okay? How should I say this? In psychology, there is what's called a healthy ego. And all I'm asking you to do is, yes, please do speak in whatever language you want. I don't care. That's your language if you want to speak in your language. But what I'm saying here, as far as this is concerned, is how can you not, if you don't have a healthy ego, how can you take care of you? Do you understand that? If you don't have a healthy ego, how are you going to know if somebody's capable of taking care of your heart, of taking care of your sentiments, of taking care of your feelings? Sentiments meaning love, and what you give to them, what you bring to the table. Feelings, why am I going to hurt your feelings just because I can? But people will. So you do have to have high self-esteem. You have to have a healthy ego. Not like the arrogant cross watchers that only want things to go their way. That's not what I'm saying. If the Two of Cups happens for you, then Libra, I say let it happen. Why? Because this is going to happen in a more natural state. That means that whoever's coming towards you, sorry, my allergies have kicked in. Whoever's coming towards you isn't going to mind reassuring you that their intentions are good towards you with the Two of Cups. That means that they're going to try to be in your life. They're going to make a reason and enforce that they want to be in your life, but in a healthy way, by showing you why you should let them come into your life to stay. Okay? Maybe before you didn't have any good boundaries, and that's why when they came, they were just in and out, in and out, in and out. It's not a good thing. It's just not a good thing. But I'm telling you, they're not going to like it when you say, I'm not choosing you. I may not even choose the new you, or the new person, I should say. I'm choosing me, and I'm choosing my money. I'm telling you, when that Two of Cups is presented, you're going to feel tested. You're not going to feel like you can say no. You want to know why? Because the majority of us as Libra collective have been waiting a long long, 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 long time for the cross watcher to finally come and say, I do want a relationship with you that's honest, that's good, that's pure, that's clean, that's healthy. So when they come around to offer the Two of Cups, we're going to feel some kind of way. Why? Because how are you going to trust someone if you've been waiting for years for them to do what's right and they never did? And every time that you gave them the opportunity to do what was right, they did what was right for a few hours, a few weeks, a couple of months, and then they would go away again, and Lord knows what they were doing when they were away. But then they expected you to have open arms every time they came back or decided to come back. So you already know their MO. You already know what they're capable of. You already know they're capable of causing great amount of pain for you and causing a lot of problems in your life. So when they do come, even if they were to say, Libra, I don't know what was wrong with me. Pardon me. My allergies kicked in when I came to this area big time. So I apologize for that. Libra, I suddenly understand and realize you are the person I should be with and I should have been with all along, and I'm choosing you, Libra. If you've already gone through so many times that you've given the person, the cross watcher, opportunity after opportunity, you're going to end up feeling like this. This is the card of feeling conflicted. We all know, as tarot readers, that this card in the norm, okay? And I don't even know why I'm struggling to talk. I'm just not like that. I always know exactly what I want to say. It must be the energy I'm picking up from the cross watcher, maybe. But this has always been called the test card because normally in the Rider-Waite tarot deck, you can get out of this rope or tied and bound with such loosely tied objects around you that anybody could get out of it. And then let's just make it more kind of commonsensical and logical and look at the swords all around the rope and say, yeah, you might get nicked and cut a little bit, but look at all the ways that you can just simply turn around, grab a sword, and cut yourself loose. So this has always been known as you're not really tied and bound, you're good. You're being tested, yeah, I understand that. You feel tested, yeah, I understand that. But you can get out of that anytime. So you will feel conflicted and tested when they come trying to offer you the Two of Cups, because you're not going to really know how to take that person. And moreover, you're not going to really feel like you want to give this person your time of day, because let's just keep it real. Why should I believe you on the 10th, the 20th, the 50th time, the 500th time that you come at me telling me you've changed? Or telling me that you really want something with me this time? Why should I believe you now? So that's why you're going to feel tested. See, what else are we looking at here? What did I say? This is going to be overwhelming for you, my Libra collective. For those that have not experienced this yet and will be experiencing this, okay, you are going to feel tested, and then you're going to feel so conflicted. It's going to feel overwhelming to you. Look how she's so sad and crying. You want to know why she's sad and crying? I can tell you. Because on the one hand, if she takes that ex back, and I'm saying she because it's a female on the card. If she takes the ex back, she may end up with a broken heart all over again. If she doesn't take the ex back and he's being for real this time, I'm using he, she because of the cards, then she may miss out on something beautiful. Something beautiful that she's been waiting for years to have. She has put in so much energy, so much time, and then just to lose out because of her fear because of fear. That what's the difference? How many times have you told me that you want to be with me? Or how many times have you come near me and we've started this relationship again only for it to crash and burn? Why should I believe you this time? Why should I give you my heart again? Why should I open myself up? But then on the other end of that spectrum is, if I don't give him the opportunity, if I don't give her the opportunity, I may be losing out on the chance of a lifetime. And what's the chance of a lifetime is finally being with the person you want to be with, finally being able to have a normal life with them, finally having maybe possibly even a marriage or living together. So do you understand why the Libra collective will be conflicted about what is coming? So again, the Nine of Wands, this is a heavy feeling, but it feels like the Libra collective is the one that has to make this choice, and this decision is all up to the Libra. But I really feel that as much as this Chariot wants to push things forward, I really feel like this time the Libra is the one that's going to put it on hold, on pause, not leaving on red, but just placing on pause and saying, I really need time to think about all of this that you're saying to me. I think it's a good thing that you're coming to me. I thank you for telling me all these things, all your feelings towards me. But I really do need time to think. And I really think that that's what the Libra is going to do, is take time to think. I'm going to switch decks now because I feel like I've already gathered enough information for us to know what's going on here. So on the one hand, we have Libra. You have new things coming very swiftly, okay? And those things that are coming are your dreams come true. Your dreams financially are starting to pan out. You've had to have strength, but the strength for yourself is already over. That's a done deal. You've already gone through that cycle and it's ended. But now the strength that's being asked of you has to do with relationship, and it has nothing to do with your finances. Your finances are strengthening and they're straightening out. But they are asking you, Spirit is asking you to stay and remain in the Empress status. And they've been telling you for a good month, all of August to be sure, they have been telling you, when the Empress comes out, stay in the Empress status, in that energy. When the Emperor comes out, stay in the Emperor energy. Do not bend and fold to other people's wills. Let them come up and rise up and meet you where you are. You shouldn't have to be constantly going down to other people's levels, or let me put it to you this way, because I like to give scenarios because I think people can resonate with scenarios more than if it's just so black and white from the cards. And I'm sorry, but I'm having a really bad episode right now of my sinuses, and all of a sudden it feels like my throat chakra wants to close. So this is an important reading here. The scenario is that you keep putting yourself last, Libra. Okay? Keep putting yourself last. And I see a lot of beautiful financial opportunities coming your way if they're not already here. So it is the difference. Your money situations, I'm going to put in this scenario or this metaphor. If you're renting a house from someone, you're paying that person the rent every month. And that's enabling that person to have their dream, which is to be a property owner, a homeowner. When you buy a house, you're fulfilling your dreams because now you have a house that you have purchased, and it makes you a homeowner and makes you happy because now you own a home. Do you see the difference? In one, you're fulfilling somebody else's dreams and fantasies, and in the other, you're fulfilling your own dreams and fantasies. Same thing goes with this cross watcher. In the past, all you have been doing is fulfilling their fantasies and their wishes and their happiness. But every time they come near you, they do not fulfill yours. it's short-lived, maybe an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. Maybe, for the next week, they'll talk to you via texting, and that's it. And then they're gone again. It's like a poof, like smoke that dissipates, and there's nothing there. Okay? But the financial windfall, the financial strength that's coming to you right now, Libra, that's going to stay. And that can propel you to have better things in life, more concrete security in life. So Spirit is really asking you, yeah, there's a new one coming. Do you really want him? There's a old one coming back. Do you really want him? Her? Wherever you see you fit, flip it over so that it matches you. Let's go into the whispers of love. Be in the present and dream of the future. So even though we can dream of the future, we still have to be in the present, which is really, really going back into the finances. Didn't we just talk about all these pentacles? So sure, you can dream of the future, but remain in the present. Okay? Keep your feet grounded. Romance. Lavish the one you love with personal attention and affection. I just finished saying that. In the past, the cross watcher has been the one you helped to feel comfortable, happy, safe, secure, fulfilled. This is not telling you to do that again. This is telling you that you should lavish the one you love with personal attention and affection. So put yourself in that scenario and expect that the same thing goes for you. If you're in a relationship with someone, they should be lavishing their attention and affection towards you. It's not a one-way street. Forgiveness. So they are asking you to forgive in some instances. Nothing is gained by holding on to past disappointments. So this is what I want to say about that card. Is it going to give you something positive towards your life, your health, your mental health, your healing from a broken heart? If you're holding on to anger, resentment, being extremely angry, it causes a lot of tension within your body. It causes sometimes even mental discomfort because you're constantly thinking about the bad things they did to you. It's so much more healthy to let it go. Now, am I saying that it's easy to forgive people that hurt us and wound us? I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is when you can't figure out a way to help yourself out of this, and sometimes the forgiveness is helping yourself out because there's a lightness that comes with it. You're no longer angry. You no longer care. To be frank, the forgiveness isn't for them. It's for you, okay? To make you feel better. Love makes the difference. Love helps heal past hurts and provides a sense of security and self-worth. And yes, it does. And sometimes the love that you get is from yourself. Remember in the beginning of the reading, I said, you must have enough self-esteem and self-worth, self-care for you. Stop giving away all your love and care. Reserve some of that for yourself because you can't possibly be filled up with love if somebody took it and then you don't heal, and you can't possibly give away anything when you don't even have any for you, okay? The only thing that is real is love. Shift your focus back to love. So in shifting your focus back to love, what does that mean? That means that when you have enough love for yourself and you're happy and you have good health, you have a positive outlook in life, once you heal, then it's time for new people to come in. So in that instance, can you, if you feel like you've healed, can you accept a new love that's coming your way? Most definitely, if that's what you want. But what am I trying to get you to comprehend during this reading is that's your choice. It's a choice. It's not a necessity and it's not a must. Without a person, you're still going to be you. You're still going to be Libra. You're not changing who you are just because somebody new comes into your life or an old person comes back. wherever you are right now, if it's at a status to where you're starting to grow, you're starting to heal, you're starting to become who you've always wanted to become. Maybe you want to be a teacher, maybe you're a philosopher, maybe you want to, I don't know, go back to school, or maybe you already went back to school and you want to start that degree, not degree, excuse me, that career that you got the degree for. Then go for it and stop worrying about who's coming or going in and out of your life. It's not even relevant. That is like, the cake is still going to be the cake. It already has all the ingredients inside of it. And once it rises from inside the oven, you take it out and you cool it. If you cut it, it's still a cake. Okay? The person that comes into your life, whether it's the old or the new, that's the icing on the cake. Do you get it? So they're adding something positive, but even without them, whether it's an old person or a new person, you're still the cake. You're still you. They're not able to take anything away from you. They're not able to take an ingredient out and make you less of a cake, because it's already a made cake. You are already you. Okay, get it? So you're already the cake, and they're just the icing, if they come at all. If you decide to let them come near you and come into your world, your life. Turn on your heart light. Reflect on a time when you experienced love. Sometimes it's all it takes. Remember a time when you experienced love. For me, it's not even a man romantically that makes me think back to a time when I experienced love. For me, it's when my father was alive, and my father showed me what it was as his child to love me, and what a man should express towards a female, meaning care, safety, security. You feel their strength, as a female. You can feel their strength because they show you how they care for you. In a romantic love, they should also come that way, whether it's a woman or it's a man. If it's a man that's coming into your life, he should treat you like your dad treated you, in respect to your feelings, and helping you to feel safety, and helping you to feel secure, that when they're with you, that they're going to take your feelings into consideration, that they're going to only have a healthy type of relationship with you, whatever that means between you both, right? Same thing if you're a female and you're waiting for you're a man, excuse me, and you're looking for a female to come into your life romantically. She should feel like the way your mother helped you to feel if you had a good relationship with your mother, nurturing and kind. Okay? I'm just trying to give you typical scenarios in order to feel like you understand what I'm saying and where I'm coming from. True love, it says, the love is once in a lifetime. So one of these loves that is coming towards you can very well be the one. I don't know which it is, because it's not a one-to-one reading. Okay? If it were, then we'd figure that out together. But one of them can most definitely fit into that scenario for you, Libra. One of them certainly can. But I'm going to leave that for you to figure out. And the reason is because I think that Spirit, through this reading, is wanting you to level up, wanting you to be able to see the difference, or notice the difference for yourself between a healthy love that gives and takes, meaning I give you love, you give me love. I give you respect, you give me respect. I give you my time, you give me your time. You get it. And so it goes, and so it grows. But when they don't give you that kind of attention or affection or time, you understand, or respect, then that's going to tell you that's not the one for you. Okay? That's all I'm going to say, because at this point, Spirit wants you to start learning how to tell the difference between the right one and the wrong one to choose. It's not a test as far as 100%, 80%, you must pass with 70. No, but you must pass the test, because you've already had enough people in your life, as per Spirit, to show you what type of person not to pick. Okay? All right. Anything else, Spirit, that you'd like to talk to us about this particular reading that we're doing right now? Again, now they're showing the person as a King of Wands, wanting to come in towards the Libra. Wanting to come in towards the Libra. It is the relationship from the past. So the relationship from the past is wanting to come back towards the Libra. Why? Because they're not feeling happy. They're not happy campers right now. Financial security, I told you before, they're not happy about their finances. Okay? They're not happy about their finances. That, oh my God. You gotta be kidding me. They're not happy about their finances, Libra. Okay? The relationship from the past. But you're not gonna believe this, Libra. Now you have the King of Swords. So you have the King and the Queen of Swords, which is a couple, or which is a divine counterpart to each other. So because of that, I'm separating them. This one is having a mental breakdown. This one needs rest. So I feel like you already have two people here, and they're both from the past. Could it be that you know two people from the past? I know I do. I told you one of them is angry because I stopped giving money to that person when I found out they were frauds and they didn't need help. All it was they were scammers. They were catfishing. So they're angry. And they're having financial problems. But now you have a King and a Queen of Swords together. And this one is having a mental, I'm not going to say mental breakdown for all of them, but it's definitely going into some kind of expressing a lot of sadness and depression. Something that they thought was going to be unbreakable has been broken. And that's why they have their feelings hurt. And it has to do with finances. The expression of finances. So those are the things I want to tell you. That has nothing to do with you, Libra Collective. What they want with you is a new life or a new way of life. What they want to find out is how your career is going. Why? I have no idea. I don't know whether you even want to talk about that or if it's any of their business. And they want togetherness, and if not a family, then a coming together that's like a family. Why? Because they feel like you are kindred souls, that you are indeed soulmates. Okay? This is your twin soul. So again, for those that have two people, one is an older person that you may not have even really dated before, but you were connected somehow. Mine was connected via me supporting them financially because I thought they were really in need, but all along they were scammers. And so because of that, I stopped the finances going their way. That's been more than 2 years ago, like 2.5 years ago. I don't even have any contact with this person, but you see that they can still come into your reading. They can still come into your energy because they're angry that you're not giving them something that they could once take from you, perceived by them very easily. But this other one is your true soulmate. He's also, or she's also, someone from the past. But my thing, from what I'm seeing from them, all of this hurt and pain and problems with their finances and why they feel mentally conflicted has nothing to do with you, in that that's a relationship that they should have gotten out of a long time ago, and now it's falling apart. So now that's why they're feeling the mental breakdown. That's why they're feeling the heaviness, and that's why they're wanting to come back towards you. I'm still not happy about them wanting to come back towards you, only because they had the breakup and they're having this falling apart at the seams of their relationship, who they could have been with in a marriage with someone else and put you in a third party. So why is it okay to come back towards you now? I have no idea. But they see a lot of strength in you, and they want you to help them with their strength. They're trying to get rid of a sneaky Queen of Wands, okay? And this has started in August August is a very, very, very crucial time for this cross watcher to have started having problems, very, very bad problems with another person that's not you. Meanwhile, they feel that the relationship that they had with you and they could possibly have with you, Libra Collective, is faded. Here we have the Knight of Swords coming in. The Knight of Swords is coming in with the Three of Coins. They want something new. But they're very upset right now. And they may be upset with you. They may be upset with you or be upset with other people. They may be upset because something coming in January, that's a while away. Even though we're like, oh, we're towards the end of the year, January is not too far away. You're right. It's not too far away if we think about it that way. Oh, itching so badly. But at the same time, September, October, November, December, January. September, October, November, December, January. That's still 5 months. So while it's not very far off in the future, if you don't have finances, if you have nowhere to go live, if you're trying to figure out what to do about all of that, because let's face it, when there's a breakup, one person stays with the house, the other person ends up having to move. How are you going to gain your independence and move if, let's say, for example, you have a wife or a husband and there's children, dogs, cats, whatever involved, right? So the smartest thing is let her stay with the house, even if it's temporarily. But you know that problems, anger, resentment, fighting, etc., accusations has gotten so bad that there is a need for a separation. But if all the finances are going to the house, to the home, to the wife or husband, soon to be ex, and if there's children involved, you're the one that has to exit. You're the one that has to go find somewhere to live, even if it's somebody's couch. So that person is looking towards January. I'm not sure what's coming in January. We can ask. That is so special, but January is 5 months away. So I just wanted to clarify that. Again, wanting this new beginning with you, but wanting to release all of these toxic feelings. They're just too overwhelming already. That's the Nine of Swords. That's a lot. Again, I told you, what's coming is a divorce. Maybe it's not happening for every single Libra out there, but there are some Libras who are going to be dealing with a cross-watcher from the past, a love interest from the past, returning. And what they're experiencing right now is that they're in the beginning of knowing they have to get a divorce. How am I going to get a divorce? How am I going to pay for the divorce? Where am I going to live? Etc. What they're wanting is the 10 of Cups with you. Some of you will get, I'm going to be honest, okay? I'm going to be honest. Some of you are actually going to get a return from someone who is going to be in so much distress, mental-wise, that they're going to tell you everything. You know, I'm sorry I didn't choose you. I'm sorry I chose the other person. I'm sorry I made a mistake. I'm sorry that I hurt you. Blah, 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 blah. I want to be with you, but this is what I'm going through. Now, you're right. You told me all along I was going to be going through a divorce. I didn't believe you because I never even thought of getting a divorce. And I know. I made so many mistakes with you. I'm sorry. I want you to know that I have chosen you. And some of you are going to say, okay, let's move forward from here. You know, let's move forward. Let's make plans. What are we going to do? We're going to move in together. We're going to get married. What are your thoughts? Is that what you're thinking? Is that what you're telling me? And again, some of you are going to get people that come back and tell you everything that was going on behind the scenes that you never were made privy to, that you were never told about. Okay? And that's a good thing. In those instances, I say that that's a better way of looking at someone and saying, okay, I think I can trust them now. But then there's going to be another side where some of the cross-watchers, exes, are going to want to come back in. They are going to tell you some of these things, but they're still not going to want to move in with you. They're still not going to want to be honest with you. Or they're only going to tell you whatever they feel you need to know, and the rest they're still going to want to keep secrets. Those are the ones that I'm like, What do you do with that? Again, I always say this, Libra. And whether I expand this channel to be more than just Libra eventually or not, at this time, I'm telling you, and I will always say this, God gave us free will. So I cannot tell you, oh oh my God, don't take them back. I can't tell you that. Because every within everybody's heart, is a love that sometimes is undying. So I can't tell you that, but what I can advise you to do is, does it sound like a duck? Does it quack like a duck? Then it's a duck. And it might be a lame duck. So you're going to have to decide when this person comes back, are they being open with you? Are they being honest? Are they looking like they're changing? Are they coming with more expression of love? Do they take those expressions back right away? Or do they seem to be more comfortable in their skin around you now, this time around? You're going to have to make that judgment call because I can't. So instead of continuing with that, let's go ahead and look to see if Spirit can tell us anything else in reference to January. My theory, again, from what I can feel without shuffling yet, is that perhaps the divorce is not going to be final until January. That's what I'm thinking. For some of you, if they are going through a divorce, it possibly is not going to be either going to court till January or finalized till January. But let's see what the cards say. Spirit, what is so important about January for the Cross Watcher? Please and thank you. What is happening in 5 months from now in reference to the Cross Watcher that is the King of Swords energy? Please and thank you. What can you tell us about January concerning the Cross Watcher, please? By that time, a long-term relationship will start for them. Love can start for them. A lot of love can start for them. But there will be an ending. I told you. So, God, why are you making it so complicated? It's the Cross Watcher that makes it complicated, really. It's not Spirit, so I shouldn't take it out on Spirit. They're putting the cart before the horse. They shouldn't really want to start a relationship with you until January comes. I know you don't want to hear that, but let me explain myself. If they're not getting a divorce until January, it can work out fine. It can. But at the same time, they can't really give you anything concrete, can they? So what I would do if I were you, and I've said this in other readings, if the divorce isn't going to be finalized till January, I want to see papers of separation, meaning a legal separation. I want to see that you move the hell out of that house or apartment, whatever dwelling they're living in, and that they separate physically from that household and that person. If they're not willing to do that, or they haven't done that until January, that's a deal breaker for me. Because that means they have two relationships going on, just like in the past, and for all we know, they could renege on the ending, which is the divorce. But in this instance, I do see that for the majority, it is a concrete thing that they are going to be divorcing. But I don't think that it's uncalled for to say, you're divorcing. Can I please see the papers? I would feel better being in a relationship with you that's more than just friends with benefits if you actually showed me the legal separation paperwork. Because I don't want to be in a third-party relationship ever again. You put me in that first time around. I'm not going to allow for anyone, not you, not anyone, to put me in a relationship like that again. That's what I would say. For those that are not married, right? They're not legally married, they were just living with someone, then again, all right, well, go ahead and let me know when your living situation changes. You know, what are your plans? When are you going to move out? You're telling me all this. So is that in 2 weeks time? A week's time? 3 days time? When are you moving out of that house? When are you moving out of that home? Again, why? Because you're not trying to give this person the cake, which you are, putting icing all over their cake, but they have a cake at home too. Capiche? So because of that, I would say no. So yeah, there's an ending coming in January for sure. But I don't want to wait till January to enjoy my frosting. To have that frosting all over the cake. I want to enjoy the frosting by spending time with the frosting, living with the frosting, enjoying, if that's the direction we're going. And that's the other thing, is asking clarifying questions to them when they return, if you actually want them in your life. Hey, well, what are your thoughts? Are we moving in together? Where's this relationship going? Where do you see us going? Where do you want us to go? And they might say around the block. And you say, okay, well, that was very funny. But what I'm saying is, are we going to get married? Are we living together? What are we doing? What are we doing? Are you just trying to, be a buddy with benefits? Because it's like I told mine. I got friends. I don't need you as my friend. I got friends. And I don't sleep with my friends. So again, guys, the only way that you can get out of this murky little water that you've gotten yourself into in the past is by showing spirit, therefore showing yourself that you know how to pick wisely this time. And the only way to do that is to actually make better informed decisions, okay? Because you don't want to end up with heartache again. At this juncture, the ones, you, my subscribers that have been watching me since I started my YouTube channel, and these readings for you, I feel you've grown. So why would you want to go backwards? And I'm not saying going back into a relationship with an ex is going backwards necessarily. But what I'm saying is, why would you want to take someone back that hasn't grown and that lies to you or tells you what they think you want to hear, or even share some of what they've been experiencing while they've been away in this horrible relationship that they decided to stay with and not come with you and be in a relationship with you? If you're still hearing the same crap or hearing something different, but they're not walking the walk, then why would you want to go back to that, is all I'm saying. And does it take a strong person not to want to walk backwards towards somebody that you're still in love with? Honey, I'm not preaching. I'm practicing what I preach. I'm right there with you. I'm a Libra too. And I've already had the experience of a lifetime to meet my twin flame. But we all know how that went. It didn't go well because either he didn't recognize who I am to him, or he decided not to recognize and stay with the old and experience all this crudiness in his life. But that's his free will to do so. But I don't have to stick around and still feel sorry for him and then let him come back into my life and lie to me and tell me what I want to hear and tell me bits and pieces of realities, and the rest he keeps in his pocket for safekeeping. So anyway, the theme was, get the Lover's card, and then we get the World. So if you want the world, meaning you want it all, you can have it all. Not all of you, some of you. Sorry, I'm not God to give that to you, or a genie, or bewitched that I can just wiggle my nose and you, poof, you got it. But a lot of you will be getting these people coming back. And then you're going to have people that are coming that are new and have no tarnish on them. Have you ever seen oh my gosh, like let's say a piece of silver jewelry that you wear, right? After you've been wearing your silver jewelry for a while, it tarnishes, it gets darkened. Then you got to polish it. Well, let's put it this way. The one that's already been in and out of your life, that's something you got to polish when they come back. If they haven't polished themselves, right? While they've been away from you. Meanwhile, the new love that comes into your life, they don't come with baggage. You don't know them yet like that. So they don't have any quirks. They don't have any bad habits. They don't have anything you got to be like, oh my God, they're going to hurt me again. I got to, bring out the garlic and the holy water and the rosary and the two priests like in The Exorcist. You don't have to do any of that because they're brand new. But Spirit is giving you a different alternative, which some of you Libras, including myself, have never ever said to yourselves, gee, that's a novel can't even talk. That's a novel oh my God, concept. Some of you, oh my God, some of you have some Libra cross watchers that are so nervous that they're making me stutter. Especially if they're cross watchers that watch this channel, because I just gave you the goods on them. What a novel concept. Choosing me. Not choosing the new him, not choosing the old him, but choosing me. That's a novel concept. I think I'll try that. None of you have ever said that to yourselves. And if you have recently come up with that, kudos for you. I think those are the ones that have been watching me and other people that talk the way I do and present tarot like I do so that you can have a different outcome in your life. I've been a caregiver the majority of my life. I want to say for 59 years of my life. Okay, let's just say 49. I'm gonna give the first 10 years. But other than that, after that, I've just been a caregiver, giving to strangers, which I'm not complaining. Please don't think that. I'm an empath. It's my job. But I'm a giver. I'm a nurturer. I'm a lover. I'm a tree hugger. I'm not really a fighter unless it's for justice sake. But at the same token, at the same time, who's given to me? We can, as Libras, become very bankrupt. And that's when you become bitter or extremely depressed and withdrawn because you loved and loved, but you never expected anybody to love you back, which puts you in the deficit. You should expect people to love you back. If there are really some people that want to be near you, sorry, I can't find my box right now. If you really expect to be in a healthy relationship, that's a give and a take. One time, and I'm going to leave you with this because I've been on long enough and I want to eat my dinner. A long time ago, before 9/11 happened, 9/11 was really bad. And it hurt and harmed a lot of people emotionally as well as physically at the World Trade Centers. The Twin Towers, I should say. People didn't want to come out of their homes. But when people started coming out of their homes again, tourists that I would pick up downtown and take to various places. On that day, happened to take them, it's called the Missions of Concepcion. And that is a big cathedral with large grounds, etc. That's very famous for San Antonio. It's very famous and it's only in San Antonio. So tourists would want to be picked up from downtown, their hotels, and taken there. The takeaway from this is that the couple was much older than I. They were probably, at that time I was only maybe 38. So they were about, I want to say in their 80s, if I'm not mistaken. And it was a male and a female. And they had been married since they were 16. They had been married since they were 16 and they were in their 80s, guys. I mean, just take that in. But they weren't just married. That's the moral of this story. That's why I took my time to tell it. They weren't just married. I got off to open the door because they're older people. The man said, what are you doing? Get back in your car. And he literally closed the door. And I was like a taxi driver at that time. I owned my own cab. So I was like, this is different. and they're older people. So in the Spanish or Latin community, we always cater to the older people because they've been here longer than we have on this earth, and it's out of respect. So not only did he open his own, he didn't even open his car door yet. He went around and let his lady in. And he called her baby, sugar, sweetheart, all in one sentence, and then proceeded to close her door. Oh, I forgot to say, he put her seatbelt on for her. Then he walks back around. I was about to get out again. He closed my door. He said, I told you no. He opens his own door. He gets in, puts his own seatbelt on, and he goes, okay, now we're ready to go. And everything was honey, and everything was sweetie, and everything was baby. So that prompted me as I was, you know, about to drive away after I dropped them off to the mission. I asked them, I said, if you don't mind me asking, are you married? Yes. How long you been married? We've been married since I was 16. I was only 15, she said. I said, well, what is it? You know, how is it that you're still honey baby each other? How is it that you're still treating each other that way? He said, oh, that's my baby. That's the love of my life. That's my baby. And she just, shook her head, and he said, you know, the thing is that you need to be friends. That's my best friend. And I'm not kidding you. That was 9/11. And from that time forward, I've held that in my heart and in my mind that when I meet people that are on a romantic level, I need to see if that's my friend. I need to see if you're my friend or if you're a friend with benefits, which is not a friend at all. That's somebody that's helping themselves to the last bit of ice cream in the tub and wants to make sure that they don't use 2 spoons to give you any. That's all for them. So that's a friend with benefits. But a friend for life? Oh my gosh. Guys, I cannot overemphasize this enough that when you have maybe not everything in common, but a lot of things in common, and you like to talk to each other, and you like to hang out with each other and spend time with each other, that's the kind of person you want to end up with. Because I'm here to tell you that you may be the type of female and male that will like to have, and we're all grown up here. If you're 13, 14, or under 18, please get the fuck off of my channel. You don't belong here, and shame on your parents. But you might be the kind of couple that well into your 80s, you still want to get it down, get down on that. But then there are some that maybe their prostate doesn't work, or they had prostate cancer, or maybe the female just doesn't feel like having sex anymore at that age, right? But you still have this beautiful bond, this friendship that is unbreakable. And you still know that that's the person that you want to spend the rest of your life with. And at this age, that's all I'm looking for is a person that makes me feel like they're my best friend. The other stuff, of course, we have to have things in common. And sex is great, guys. We all know that. If we've all had children, or we've all already had a relationship, an adult relationship, then we all know that. But for the most part, what people don't get is that you should be looking for your best friend first and foremost. Do y'all laugh at the same things? Do you like the same movies? Do you like the same music or similar music? Or can you at least tolerate each other's music? Those are the things that you should be looking at, so that you know that whoever you end up with, you are their match and they're yours. So I will leave you guys with this, and I hope that someone that comes across this video will get something out of it. Again, there is an old person coming back. You may or may not want them. They may or may not come back with all the truth. There is a new person coming in. You may or may not want them. What Spirit would like for you to choose this time around is you. Much love, much light. Victoria Violet, I give this video to you with much love. Bye-bye. Have a good one and happy weekend. Bye, guys.